Okay, what's your name?
My name is Rebecca Ryson.
Okay, how do students get ready for their final exam?
Well, as an instructor, I usually recommend that students break it up into small chunks. So if they're studying for the exam coming up, let's say on Friday and it's Monday, I recommend they study even before Monday. Instead of doing 6 hours the night before, usually breaking that up to an hour or two a day. Usually that's better for the memory. So it's kind of like eating meals. You eat 3 meals a day. You don't want to eat all those meals at once. So you don't want to do all of your studying in just one day.
Okay. Do you know how many students pass their final exams? And like pass their final exams and also pass their class at the same time?
Oh, okay. Passing finals and passing, it really just depends on a variety of different things. I'm not sure a certain percentage here at Ole Miss, but I do know that we have a high retention rate. We have a lot of students that remain here at Ole Miss. We don't have a whole lot of dropouts. But in terms of final exams, the best thing to do is to prepare, create study guides, and that sort of thing.
Okay. How many students do you know failed a class and had to retake it?
That would probably be, some of these questions are really good questions, and I wish I had the answers to them. Usually the Office of Institutional Research has that sort of information statistics-wise. In terms of the difficult classes, the pre-med classes, those can be pretty difficult for people to pass in general. But in terms of certain stats, that'd be a good question for them.
Okay, now, did they ever pass the class? Did they ever pass the class the second time?
Passing a class the second time, sometimes people do, depending on the classes, like Bio 160, which is a really difficult class. People, if they take the class very seriously the first time, it can be tough to pass it just because it is a difficult course. You know, it's one of those classes. But if they take it a second time, usually people do better. But if they don't take it seriously, then that's when they can continue to fail the same class.
Okay. Now, why do students wait till the end of the semester and pass the class? What's the passing grade, you know?
So in terms of, the question is...
Like, why they wait? It said, like, in the beginning of the semester, they, like, take their time and be slow, but towards the end of the semester, they start working harder, you know, and they think about, I got to pass this class, you know.
Yes.
But it's the end of the semester to do things.
Why do they wait till the end?
Yes.
That's a good question. I think, especially for freshmen, it can be tough to know how much time and energy to put into classes. High school, things may have gone great, people got 4.0s, but then college is a whole other scenario, and that's why people have difficulty. They usually drop out after freshman year, just because there's that whole transition period that's really difficult to figure out. So if people start off, and again, like I mentioned before, eating meals, 3 meals a day, you don't want to eat that all at once. It's like studying. You want to set up a good routine where you can study, set aside time, not just for your classes, times to study at least 12, 15, 20 hours a week, treat it like a job. And then also set aside time to socialize so you don't have to feel like you're sacrificing everything for college.
Okay. Now, do you know how many students have come to the Excellence of Teaching Center for help?
Well, we do offer a lot of different services. We have, in terms of people just coming in to consult with us, we'll have, you know, about 100 or 200 a year just trying to come in and meet one-on-one for consultations. But then in terms of our classes, EDHE 202 will have in the fall about 400 students, and in the spring slightly less than that. We also have our freshman on probation class, where we have between 600 and 700 students that take that course. Supplemental instruction, hundreds of students go to that as well. Those are for the stereotypically difficult classes here at Ole Miss. And then we also have peer tutors and mentors that we train. So in general, we service a lot of students, and any student can come visit us anytime.
Okay. Have students graduated from here? Like came here for help? Have graduated?
Yes.
Okay.
Lots and lots. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any advice for students who are about to get ready for the final exam in the future?
Oh, sure. Yes. In terms of finals, I think it's good for people to continue to take care of themselves, making sure that they have that schedule that they start day one in the semester, keeping that same routine of making sure you study every day, go to classes, also that you have a good support system, friends that you can hang out with. If you have to work as well, that can complicate things a lot. So make sure you continue to maintain that routine throughout the semester, not just before finals, but also with finals. People tend to say, hey, I'm not going to get any sleep, I want to just cram so I'll remember more information. But not getting sleep is one of the worst things you can do. So taking good care of yourself, getting enough sleep, doing something for stress, a little exercise, doing something fun is important. But definitely focusing on classes as maybe top priority, and then realizing there is an end to it, and that summertime will be just around the corner, or Christmas, or the holiday season.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Sure, anytime. Thank